Wonder Pets, we're on our way. Na 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 to save the day. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Boss Lando Guild. My name is Sahil, your one and only imported host on this channel, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about WonderHero. Wonder Pets. Anyway, let's talk about WonderHero. But before we get into WonderHero, why don't you do me a favor and smash the life out of that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Now, enough about that jazz. Let's actually sit down and have a nice little one-on-one conversation about WonderHero. Although I'll be doing most of the talking, you can leave your inputs down in the comments below. If you have any questions, we'll get to them as soon as we can. So sit back, strap in, and let's get right into it, ladies and gents. WonderHero. WonderHero is a play-to-earn mobile RPG game. The anime-inspired turn-based game is on iOS and Android platform where players collect heroes, weapons, and equipment to enter RPG combat and play-to-earn tokens in a fantasy world. So it's like Final Fantasy, yawn, right? Every hero in WonderHero boasts unique skills, ultimate skills, and properties that allow it to take on various combat roles, such as a tank, support, attack, and combination roles with further customization evolving from the game system. Players' heroes fight in real time and can be commanded to attack enemies with skills, giving the game a strategic and interactive gameplay. So key features of this game are, it is a turn-based RPG combat. So yeah, right there. My suspicions are confirmed. This is not scripted, ladies and gents. I said Final Fantasy earlier. Production, can we confirm production? Told you, bro. I got you guys. Key features. It is a turn-based RPG combat, Final Fantasy-inspired RPG battles with awesome abilities and critical effects. There are over 100 variations of heroes collections, tons of unique heroes to collect, upgrade, and evolve to suit your playstyle. So they're kind of mixing and matching how Final Fantasy would work with regards to the gameplay, but from my understanding of how you get to utilize your heroes, it's really tethered to how you want to implement your heroes in the battlefield, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure we will find out more of how it actually works later on in the video, but they're curating it to the point where you get to fight how you want to fight, basically, and I think it applies somehow to the aesthetic of the character as well. 400 weapons, 400 plus weapons, and equipment collection. You can mix elements to evolve your weapons and equip with heroes for battle. And they have two types of game modes, number one being PvP, which is pretty much what everyone is going after, and PvE if you want to kind of test your skills before, nose diving into PvP. You can compete against others online or play solo. However you wish, you can go ahead and do so. So there are some highlights on their white paper. If you want to have a look at that, I'm sure we'll flash something here, something nice and quick, just for your understanding or for your, just to scratch your itch, basically. But yeah, we wouldn't really be playing it now since what we're trying to do is just go over the white paper, give you guys the basics. So players can earn how? Number one, advancing runs in battle mode or competing in PvP battles and get HON and WND. We'll move on to the tokenomics in a bit, but right then and there you can see that the tokens that you can get are the HON and WND. Evolving weapons, equipment, items, and selling them on the NFT marketplace. So yeah, you're not just looking for characters here, you can also shop for weapons, equipment, just to kind of, pimp out the aesthetic of your character. If you want to make him look a little bit more badass than the others, just to kind of, mental warfare over your competitors, you can go ahead and do so. You can collect and speculate on Speculate? Why would you speculate rare weapons? You can collect and speculate rare weapons. You can also farm. So yes, there is a mining aspect to this game for honor and WND that are needed to evolve weapons. And both of these tokens will be listed in decks for trading. Staking valuable NFT to get WND rewards weekly. So yeah, as I said earlier, there is a mining aspect to this game. You can stake pretty much whatever is in your inventory, and you kind of have to hooray to the RNG gods that, you get to reap the rewards. And of course, staking your WND itself to get back more. So the ROI of this is based on if God loves you or not. Taking part in the co-sharing economy from WonderHero yield system. So their mission and vision, we don't really have to go over this to summarize how they generally feel when they created this game. Gaming is life, life is gaming. Now on to the gameplay. In the far future, Earth has been polluted by an aftermath of a nuclear war, with the last of human civilization moving to inhabit the massive space station Icarus 6. Decades later, the first group of students from the Hero Academy, My Hero Academia, on board the Icarus 6 was sent back to Earth on a recon mission. What they found was not a recovering paradise, but one inhabited by unimaginable monstrosities. Inhabited by unimaginable monstrosities. So as you can see, these are just a glimpse of how the characters look like. Pretty angelic, if I would say so myself. This one looks like it would ruin my life, but we're not gonna get there. And it kind of looks like Tsunade from Naruto. There are 17 interesting heroes. Each hero champions their own style of combat, from frontline medic to tankers or attackers. Players would then customize their heroes and build a team to match their playstyle. Challenging tactical battles. Positioning is key. Move around the battlefield to optimize damage by catching as many foes as possible in your attack grid. So yeah, it's pretty much a, in your space at least, it's a 3x3 grid, hence 9 squares. And you go up against a challenger who has the same dimensions of their grid, and it's pretty much like an attack first or as I said, turn-based RPG game. It requires skill and strategy to turn the tides of the game. Of course, you can defeat boss monsters, so this is pretty much like Final Fantasy, but a little bit downgraded in quality. Many boss fights come with specific parts that can be destroyed to give the player an advantage, ranging from extra drops to temporarily disabling an attack. Focusing on these could be the key to victory. They have a comprehensive equipment system. As we said earlier, there are over 400 assets on the marketplace. You can go after them for the aesthetic of your character, but I'm pretty sure people will be looking more at the statistic than the actual look of the item. Variety of PvE and PvP events. You can face foes in a PvP battle arena. There are a series of stages that chronicles the event of the story. You can challenge yourself in a roguelike survival arena known as the Infinite War. Yeah, we need to call Marvel. And of course, earning HON and WND from exciting events. Game structure, this is pretty much how it works. As for the heroes, you require Wonder Token to upgrade. For equipment, you require the Honor Token to upgrade. For weapons, you require both the tokens. Same goes for the Bio Chip. And for the item, you only need the Honor Token. Quantity of NFT assets, we'll be looking at the breakdown in a bit. Heroes, weapons, equipments, or items will be on a limited quantity basis. This is to ensure competitiveness to all players in the WonderHero game. With the value of scarcity of rare NFT assets, there will be future development of WonderHero NFT Assets Explorer. Users will then be able to see the number of NFT assets that are available on the market to determine the scarcity of these items. So this is not RNG. If you have the money, then splurge on it now. Same applies for the quantity of hero skins. The rarer it is, the scarce it'll be. And this is how the game structure basically looks like in a nutshell. You can pause the video and have a look at it. I'll even zoom in for your convenience. You can go ahead and have a look at that, but we're not going to be delving much into it. As for the ecosystem, WonderHero's ecosystem will comprise mainly of the game, its NFT marketplace, NFT assets on the Polygon network, the mining aspect, communities of yield system, OpenSea NFT marketplace, and lastly, exchanges for liquidity. So if you are looking to actually purchase the NFTs just for the aesthetic or keeping it as a collection, it says here that it's available on OpenSea. If you're looking to make a bang for your buck, then go ahead and by all means. If you're not looking to actually immerse yourself in the game, you can go ahead and do that. WonderHero Open Economy. For a limited time or limited quantity basis, players will be able to purchase NFT boxes using ETH and get random heroes, weapons, energy, item, or biochip NFTs. This will then basically spur your journey on the WonderHero game itself. The game charges a 5% transaction fee and 95% goes to a DAO. DAO standing for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Now that this game has a governance token, being the Wonder Token, players will then basically have a say on how the game should progress in the future, depending on how much Wonder you actually own. Open market of the Wonder and the Honor token. The value of WND and HON will be then determined by the supply and demand in the open market. So if I would just give you the risks right now, tread lightly. As we always mention on every video, there are no dictators of the market with regards to these tokens. This is still a very volatile crypto. Actually, all cryptos are very volatile, so be very, very, very careful when trading and only trade if you can. There are also options for players to stake their WonderHero NFTs or the Wonder tokens for a standard term of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, so on and so forth. This will then give you a reward depending on how much you would stake. Usage of WND. As we said, you need WND to upgrade certain items. Same goes for the Honor token. Now let's move on to the mining aspect. Stakers of WND will get WND rewards, as mentioned earlier. The rewards are managed by the DAO, and the source of funds is 95% of the revenue from the NFT box sale. So cash flow is pretty much all intact. It's just one ginormous life cycle. The mining yield will be decided by the WonderHero development team at the early stages, mainly for the stability of the token economy. Yield system, an in-game balance co-sharing responsibility economy between sponsors and scholars to thrive together. There will be lending and borrowing functions, and more updates of this feature will be coming up. So I think the one thing that we noticed in this white paper that pretty much everyone looks for is the roadmap. There's no roadmap. And as for the DAO, we already know what a DAO is. If you're one of the newbies here who are tuning into the video for the very first time, a DAO means a decentralized autonomous organization. That means there really is no hierarchy with regards to who has say in what. The more governance tokens you have, then the higher say you have, basically. But there's really no one who dictates how the cycle works, pretty much. Game fairness. In the game, especially for the player v player, whether the outcome of the game battle is fair and whether there is cheating, these are some of the more important challenges for play-to-earn games. So yeah, don't cheat. WonderHero uses a unique play-to-earn data check engine verification to ensure that the game results are fair and reasonable, and to the greatest extent possible to ensure user rights. So if you want to have a look, again, go ahead, pause the video. I'll be zooming in just for your convenience, or this will be zoomed in post, how the verification system of WonderHero actually works. WonderHero will then provide random token rewards based on the player's game results. The fairness of random results is directly related to the fairness of user income. So of course, there will be like an agreement of this that, you know, you're not supposed to cheat and everything. So if I could remind you here from the Boss Lando Guild, don't cheat. WonderHero Market Players. Players, weapons, and special heroes can be openly bought or sold on the WonderHero Marketplace. Again, a 5% fee, the convenience fee will be charged. 95% of the revenue will be placed into mining rewards, and DAO will vote for its future usage. So cash flow is there. Farm output. So this is pretty much, if you're looking to farm for these tokens, you can go ahead and do so. As players seek to reach higher levels to be competitive and also play to earn more tokens. Naturally, as players advance through levels, the costs of WND and HON to upgrade NFT assets start to get a bit more costly. The farming output from the PTE aspect of the Honor and Wonder token will have certain differences at different stages of the game, and this will vary per player as well. This is to achieve the constant dynamic balance of the token for the economy. So again, here, we'll just scrub to the table real quick. You can see how much or what the level is of the farming v spending ratio. I would say if you're a beginner, it's not so pricey. Intermediate, it will be most likely neck and neck with regards to the rate. And of course, at the advanced level, it becomes more expensive. And these both vary on the Honor and Wonder token. So for the tokenomics, this is pretty much the allocation. You can go ahead and check the white paper. This will be linked in the description if you want to go ahead and see what the total supply is and how much it is allocated per team, whether it's for the P2E aspect, for the mining, liquidity of the total asset in and of itself. Of course, who on the team gets some of these tokens. You can go ahead and check that. It'll be linked below. But there's not really much to gloss over here. Again, it's just the allocation in general. There's really not much notes on what the token is. But as I mentioned earlier, and we will put this in big bold letters for you, Wonder token, being WND, is the governance token, and the Honor token, HON, is a multi-utility token. Claro? Claro, claro, claro. Now, as for the team, this is Ethan Nang. He's the co-founder and the CEO. He covers all key decisions from product marketing to strategy and leading the company through its vision. And then we have L. He's the co-founder and CTO of the team. Xander Liang, the CMO. We have some of their strategic investors and their general partners for creating this game. The advisors, the game dev team, shout out to them for putting all of this together. And that pretty much wraps up our discussion for today on WonderHero. I hope you guys have gained some insight on this video, and if you're looking to play this, if you're just a general fanatic of Final Fantasy, go ahead and do so. But I hope you enjoyed this nice little one-on-one conversation that we had. If you want to see more videos, you can go ahead and click here. And of course, subscribe to our channel to stay tuned for new content. Once again, this has been Sahil from the Boss Lando Guild, and I will see you guys next time.